Hey everyone, welcome back to the Battle Ready podcast. Today I want to take you back to my younger days when I used to play sports, and what we used to think we were doing something good for our bodies by downing those giant bottles of Powerade and Gatorade. Like, the bigger the bottle, the better it was. We'd grab those colorful drinks and drink them during the games. My favorite was this lime green Powerade one that I couldn't get enough of. We thought that we were rehydrating and refueling properly. Looking back, I wish I knew then what I know now. Because let's be honest, we weren't just drinking water and electrolytes. We were drinking a ton of sugar and artificial ingredients, and in many cases, stuff that's doing the exact opposite of building health in our bodies. And that's what we're going to talk about today: the truth behind energy drinks and mainstream electrolyte drinks, how they can actually be harmful to your body, and what you should be drinking instead. I know that there are some diehard Monster drinkers and Red Bull drinkers and all the other names that I probably don't know, but we're going to just really specifically look at some of these big name brands like Monster and Red Bull and some others that have similar ingredients. These drinks have exploded in popularity over the last decade, but there's a growing body of research that's showing just how dangerous they can be, especially for your heart. Most energy drinks contain a huge, ginormous amount of caffeine. Take Monster, for example. A 16-ounce can of Monster Energy contains about 160 milligrams of coffee. That's like drinking 2 cups of coffee in one go. But the problem with energy drinks isn't just the caffeine. It's the combination of caffeine with other stimulants like taurine, guarana, and sugar. Taurine is an amino acid that your body produces naturally. And when combined with caffeine, it amplifies the stimulant's effect. This can lead to heart palpitations, increased blood pressure, and even more serious issues like arrhythmia, which is an irregular heartbeat. Guarana is a plant extract that also contains caffeine, but many people don't realize that it adds even more caffeine on top of what's already in the drink. This extra dose can put your heart at serious risk, especially if you're drinking multiple cans or combining energy drinks with coffee and other stimulants. Some people I know just live off of these energy drinks. Like, they wake up and they have a Monster energy drink. They go through lunch and they have an energy drink. They get through lunch, they have another energy drink. So they're consuming 3-4 drinks a day, which is an insane amount of caffeine in your body. Studies have shown that energy drinks can lead to cardiovascular problems. One study published in the Journal of American Heart Association found that consuming energy drinks significantly raised blood pressure and caused abnormal changes in your heart rhythm. Another study found that consuming one energy drink can cause a dangerous spike in blood pressure and an increased risk in heart disease. The caffeine and sugar combination is a major contributor here. Energy drinks often have high sugar content, sometimes up to 54 grams in a single can, which leads to massive insulin spikes and then crashes and also inflammation. And the combination of caffeine and sugar, this triggers the release of stress hormones like adrenaline, which puts extra strain on your heart. If you are someone who's drinking these regularly, you're putting your heart at serious risk and under unnecessary stress. So more specifically, let's talk about some of the ingredients in these energy drinks that are actually harmful for your body. Besides the massive amounts of caffeine, sugar, and guarana, there are a few other ingredients that should be super red flags for you. There's a load of artificial sweeteners that some energy drinks advertise as being sugar-free, but instead, they're packed with artificial sweeteners like sucralose or aspartame. And studies have shown that these sweeteners can have a negative effect on your gut, leading to issues like bloating, digestive issues, and even long-term metabolic disorders. I know that there's also almost a 3 times increase for stroke and Alzheimer's when you consume artificial sweeteners regularly. These things are neurotoxic bombs. It's like a bomb going off on your nervous system every single time that you consume these. There's also a vitamin B overload. Energy drinks are often loaded with vitamin B, particularly B6 and B12, and they're marketed as natural energy boosts, which they are, but also if you have too much of them, it can lead to nerve damage and toxicity. The problem is that many energy drinks far exceed the daily recommended intake and potentially cause harm, because some of you are even taking supplements with B vitamins in there. So you're drinking these energy drinks loaded with B vitamins, and then you're taking supplements on top of that. So it's just this vicious cycle of not doing good for your body. Now, I really want to talk about these mainstream electrolyte drinks. I grew up with the Gatorade and the Powerade, and I know many people that still drink these on a regular basis. You can go to Costco and get a huge value pack of Gatorade and be able to slam them every single day, especially during the summertime. These drinks are often marketed as the perfect solution for hydration, especially for athletes. But here's the reality. They're not much better than energy drinks in terms of sugar content. Gatorade contains about 36 grams of sugar in a standard 20-ounce bottle, and Powerade isn't too far behind with 34 grams of sugar. That's nearly 10 teaspoons of sugar in one serving. And the worst part is that many people drink these casually, not realize that they're consuming something similar to drinking liquid candy. The effects of sugar on your body is it increases inflammation. Consuming that much sugar during or after exercise can cause a spike in blood sugar, followed by a crash. But the problem is that most people aren't consuming these during exercise. Some people are just drinking them just because. And people who aren't burning off a ton of calories, it's just contributing to weight gain and inflammation. Higher sugar intake also increases your risk of developing insulin resistance and type 2 diabetes, and also cardiovascular issues. I want to encourage you to drink more water. We just don't drink enough water. You should be drinking about half of your body weight in ounces of water to stay healthy and have a healthy level of hydration. If you're someone who's sweating out a lot, whether you're working, playing sports, or maybe you work out in the heat, you do need to replenish your electrolytes. The problem with just drinking water alone is that you can actually wash out any leftover electrolytes that you might have. And so I've seen people who do like the 75 hard challenges and they drink a gallon of water and they're not replenishing their electrolytes. And so they're really like actually more inflamed. They are holding their body weight. They're holding onto the water weight because their body's not able to flush that out, and they're actually releasing the electrolytes that they need for their body to function better. Too much water isn't always a great thing. I've done 75 hard before. I got through it, but even when I got through that, it was like I just drank too much water. When I've done it in the past, I've drank in half of my body weight in ounces of water instead of going for the gallon of water. Yeah, I know it's not the full 75 hard, and there are going to be some of you listening that are like die-hard 75 harders, and I get it, but the science backs it. Some people cannot handle the amount of water that something like that tells you to drink. So make sure that you're drinking things wisely and you're replenishing your electrolytes, even just putting a pinch of salt, sea salt, pink salt into your water. It's going to help get more electrolytes in there, the magnesium, the potassium that you need as well. I also love the brands LMNT or Element and also Thorne. The reason why I love these is because these products are made without harmful ingredients, and it's really just purely the electrolytes and the water and maybe some flavoring in there. Element is a game changer. It is designed for people who sweat a lot. There is about 1,000 milligrams of magnesium in there. So for some of you, it's going to be too much. But for athletes and for people who are maybe even on a ketogenic diet or just avoiding sugar, or maybe you work outside or you're sweating a lot. I think I said that there was 1,000 milligrams of magnesium, and I meant to say that there's 1,000 milligrams of sodium, which is a huge difference. So I just wanted to clear that up. But the thing with this is that there is no sugar added to these products, and that is fantastic about this. And what I love about Element is their mission is rooted in performance and health, not just making something that tastes good, although their products do taste pretty good. They're all about giving your body what it really needs to perform and recover. One of their slogans is don't blame salt for what sugar did. And so we are saying that salt is not good for you, but in fact, it is actually really good for you. But we haven't really bashed sugar. And so we have to take a look at what the sugary content drinks that you're drinking and how it's affecting you. There's another product line that I love, and it's Thorne. You'll see me talk about it. I have a link in my show notes. This offers a clean, high quality formulation that are backed by science. Their electrolyte powders help restore what's lost during intense physical activities without all the additives found in mainstream drinks. They are a solid go-to for me. These have about 500 milligrams of sodium versus the LMNT that has 1,000 milligrams. And so I'll go between these two. If I know that I'm not going to be sweating out as much and not doing as high amount of activity, then I'll shoot for the Thorne. If I know that it's a hot summer day and I need to replenish my electrolytes, then I usually pick the LMNT because I'm going to get more bang for my buck. But both of them are really good options, and I have no problem supporting both of those things. So I don't know where you're at, whether you are drinking the energy drinks or the sugar that's added in the electrolytes. But I just want to encourage you to, first of all, drink more water and have that be a primary source of your hydration. And if you do need to have an electrolyte boost, look for things that are clean and that have effective products like the LMNT or the Thorne. I'm sure there's other products out there, but these are my two go-tos. As for energy drinks, I am still on the lookout. I'm on the hunt for the effective replacement. I would just say stay away from these as much as possible. Focus on getting good, clean energy from your food. Focus on having good, clean energy from your body. And the more that you stay hydrated, the more energy that you're actually going to have. So what I would say is quit the energy drinks, get better electrolytes, and make sure that you're drinking water. And that really is the moral of today's story. This is going to help you build a strong, healthy body and help you to make sure that you are, in fact, battle ready. We'll see you next week.